Okay. Okay, so this is AMS210EN 1306 7300 showing ropes. This is the small two-step rope. So what we do with this is that you have to set this thing up. So right now we put the small clamp on, make the clamp come down, and we're going to jog it through to set the gauge. So once the clamp is down, you press this button and you can jog it through. Once it gets to the first step at this point. All right, and then we're going to adjust the cylinder back here until this part of the stop pushes up against the rope. And we don't want it too tight, we just want it just snug. So we're going to loosen that up. There's one on one side, one on the other side. Okay. A little closer. Okay, so you see that this is now close. That side is good. And then you do the other side. It's hard doing this and videotaping at the same time. We'll do that. Okay, so then you can lock that. And the purpose for that is when you're sewing, the rope is going to start shrinking, and if you still have constant pressure on it, it's not going to have any room for the needle to penetrate because it'll get hard as a rock. So we just want it to hold it tight at the beginning, and once it starts sewing, it'll go the rest of the way. So now we're all set. So now we'll back this up, and we'll sew off our tack with it. Make sure we got a full bobbin. I'm going to put a fresh bobbin in here. So when you change from the large rope to the small rope, you're going to adjust this stop here. So that limits the amount that this goes through, and it doesn't put too much pressure on the rope. You want just enough to hold it together. So if you notice now, the rope started shrinking because it's been sewn, and the rope is not up against that stop, but it's still holding. Okay, so now we're going to change the clamp for the larger rope. So we first remove the two screws on the clamp. And you'll see how long it takes to change the setup. Okay, so we're going to change the pattern. So press the ready button here to get rid of the green screen. We're going to press this. And pattern number 1 is the large two-step. And then we'll press the green button, the ready button, with the home up. And now it's ready. So now we're going to adjust the stop again for the heavier rope. So what we'll do, we made the clamp come down, and then we're going to press the jog button here, and we're going to jog through it just till it gets to this point, and you'll hear the cylinders go. And then now we're going to limit how far that goes in. So it's tied up against there, and I'm going to set the stop. This is especially critical on the heavier rope, because as it starts sewing, it pulls the rope tighter and tighter and tighter, and if you keep the air pressure going on here in the cylinders, it'll get hard as a rock, and then it just won't sew. So we're all set, so let's go back to reset, and we're ready to go. Okay, and if you want to see how pull test this is, he's going to grab one end, and we're going to play a little tug of war. This ain't going anywhere. Okay? If you need to center the rope in the stitch, you can move this gauge here, and then just reset the back stops.